What is up, guys? Jeremy here and welcome back to another video. So we're going to do some best tweaks on the iPad. Haven't done the iPad in a while, and I actually really enjoy tweaking it out and I have a lot of fun with it. Now if you guys haven't seen my previous best tweaks video, check out the playlist link down in the description. I have covered a boatload of tweaks on iOS 14 and you can find all of my coverage there. But like I said, we are on the iPad. This is jailbroken with checkra1n. This is the iPad 7, so this iPad is forever jailbreakable with checkra1n, which is super cool, and that's why I bought the iPad. I've been very tempted to upgrade to the newer, the Air, but I just haven't yet, and I've really been enjoying tweaking this iPad. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna jump into it. First up, we got Zebra. This is basically a Cydia replacement, and I've covered it a lot on the iPhones, and I highly recommend it on the iPad. Just because it runs so well and there are so many amazing features with Zebra. I think it's just much better than Cydia, and that's my opinion, but it's just loaded with a ton of really cool features that you can use, like batch adding a bunch of repos at once. I'll leave a link in the description for all the repos that are on my iPad that you guys would need in order to get these tweaks, so check out that link. QuitAll is really cool. If we open up multitasking, it gives you the little clear button in the upper left there. If you just click clear, it kills all apps from multitasking. SnowBoard is always a must-have. It allows you to theme the icons and various other things on your iOS device. I am using the theme iOSX, which I think looks really cool on the iPad. We can go into settings. I'll actually go into SnowBoard so you guys can see. There are a bunch of different extensions you guys can get for it as well. So if we go into SnowBoard here, these are the extensions that I have currently installed. I have icon mask, icon effects, the UI and fonts, and then the themes that I am using on this iPad right now is just the iOSX theme right there, as you guys can see. Very simple, but it makes your iPad look totally custom when you can change the icons. ShyLabels is pretty cool on the iPad. If I go to change pages, as you can see, all of the icon labels display, and then within 2 seconds they do disappear, and that's because of ShyLabels. PrimalFolder 2 is a really cool tweak. As you guys can see, these 3 icons look a little bit smaller than normal, and that's because those are actually folders. So if I click it, there's a short delay, and then the folder opens up, as you guys can see there. And this one has all my games in it. But what's neat is you can have one dominant app icon, and it's usually the first icon in the folder. And what you can do is double tap it, and then that launches that application. So it's kind of like a shortcut to the first app. Plus it looks really cool having kind of like a smaller application. And I think it's a neat effect. It has a lot of functionality. Like I said, tap and it'll open, or double tap and it will launch that application. Datto Plus puts these little notification dots instead of the badges, and I think the dots look really cool. They are also color matched to whatever app icon they are on. I actually don't have any notifications for any other icons except for the ones in the folders here. But if we go in here, as you can see, the dots do match the icons, as you guys can see there. They're basically the average color of the app icon as a notification dot, and I think it looks really cool. EmojiFontManager is pretty sweet to have on the iPad as well. This lets you change the emoji on your iPad. So if we go to my emoji, as you guys can see, they look quite a bit different than normal, and I'm using the JoyPixel emojis. They're free, and I think they just look really, really cool. EmojiFontManager can be found in your settings. So if we swipe up here, there it is. And as you guys can see, I am currently using the JoyPixels. DeleteCut is super handy on the iPad as well. So I have this on pretty much all of my jailbroken iPhones, and it works just as good on the iPad. So let's just type out a couple of random words here. So basically what DeleteCut allows you to do is to click and hold on the shift button, and as you can see, they kind of light up. And basically what it does is when you delete, delete an entire word at a time instead of one character, which can really save you a lot of time on your iPad, especially if you do a lot of typing on it. So instead of deleting one character at a time or clicking and holding to go through, just hold shift and then delete entire words at a time. Lynx 2 is super powerful. That's how I have made the icon labels color match the icons. I think that that's a really neat looking effect. But there's so much more that Lynx does, and I can't even think of everything off the top of my head to explain to you, but it's pretty much a Swiss Army knife of a tweak. It just allows you to customize so many different elements on your iPad. It's pretty amazing. You have system-wide options here. As you can see, this is just one option. You got the lock screen here, so full customization of the lock screen. And like I said, it lets you hide things, mod things, change their appearance, and it's just very powerful. And while we're in settings, SettingsWallpaper puts your current home screen wallpaper as the background of settings, adds a really cool blur effect to it, and I think it just looks really neat having that kind of background in settings. DragSpring lets you drag on the side of settings here, and as you can see, the little respring logo appears. So if I pull it down, I can quickly do a respring to my iPad from the settings application. PowerModule is pretty handy to have on the iPad as well. If Ed would get out of the way. Okay, so PowerModule is this module here. As you can see, it's a little wonky when you force touch on it. It's pretty big, it shouldn't be like that, but still having the quick actions here to respring, to clear your UI cache, to go into safe mode. It's really handy to have those options in Control Center. Kalm allows you to mod the lock screen clock. As you guys can see there, I have changed the font of the time and the font of the date and also the color of the date. There is a wide range of customization you can do with Kalm, changing colors and fonts and sizing. You can have it aligned to the left, you can have it aligned to the right. Definitely recommend it on the iPad. While we are in the lock screen here, Velvet lets you colorize your notifications. So as you guys can see, if I open up a notification, the header is pretty much the same color of that application, and it's being color matched because of Velvet. And I think it's a really cool looking effect to make your notifications look like that. And you guys are probably wondering how I have these notifications grouped together in these cool little icons, and that is with the tweak Grupi. It groups notifications based on the application. There's some cool shortcuts. You can click and hold on it if you want to delete all of them at once, just like that. There might be a little bit of a lag there depending on how many notifications it's deleting, or you can go into all of the notifications and delete certain notifications independently. Very cool tweak called Groupie. AnimPlus is really nice to have on the iPad. I covered this on the iPhone recently. So if we go into settings here and we go up to the mods and go to AnimPlus, that's how you spell it. Pretty much what this tweak does is speeds up the animations on your iPad. As you guys can see, my apps open and close incredibly fast, and I find this to be super useful, especially when I'm being productive. I just think it's very useful to be able to launch and close apps with the speed, and you can just get around on your iPad so much faster with this tweak, and it's really nice on the iPhone as well. And the last tweak I got for you guys is really quite stupid and pointless, but I think it's pretty cool, and that is MobileGoose. I named him Ed because he gets in my way sometimes, and I need a name for him so I can yell at him to get out of the way. It's just a stupid little goose that walks around on your screen. He goes anywhere he wants, and wherever he is, you cannot click. So as you guys can see, if I click on him, I couldn't click on that widget. Now that he's out of the way, I can click on it. So he can be a little annoying, be warned, but it's just kind of cool to see a goose walking around on my iPad. Stupid tweak, but pretty neat. So there you go, guys. Those are some of my favorite tweaks on the iPad on iOS 14. I will leave all of the tweak names listed down in the description, so be sure to check there. And like I said, I will have a link for all of the repos that I do have on my iPad. It's basically all of the same repos that I have on my iPhone. I would recommend to have Zebra, and you can batch add all of those repos at once. As you can see, you can do add multiple, and you can basically copy all of them from my website and paste them right into Zebra. That's why I think Zebra is super powerful. But that's gonna be it for this video. Like I said, check out my best iOS 14 tweaks playlist, the link in the description. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely throw me a thumbs up. And if you guys want to see more videos like this in the future, don't forget to click that subscribe button. This has been Jeremy, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Later.